Morning, everyone. From my end, at least. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all striving. Thought I'd do a little video on developing your jawline, which can be a long process. Depends how willing you are to develop or take time on this said thing. A lot of people, it can take years and they don't get much progress. But that might be down to the way they are trying to develop. Maybe it isn't very effective. But today I'm just want to talk about small changes that can have a difference to the way that you look and how attractive you are to everyone, not just women. I think having a attractive jawline makes you look significantly more healthy and everyone can see it. So I just want to talk about a few things that you can implement to fix. I think it adds a bit of confidence to yourself, because when you have no jaw, you just don't look as attractive and well put together. So the first thing I want to talk about is mewing. I know a lot of people talk about it. It's not very complex. It's quite simple. It's basically just correct tongue posture or behavior. The way you use your tongue throughout the day affects your jaw massively. I think it, in my opinion anyway, from trying to develop my jaw for a few months, I was blind by the fact that I was not even developing my tongue, because you have to remember that your tongue is a muscle like any other. So basically, pressing the middle part of your tongue to the bottom of your mouth can, for a period of time, can help your jaw. Maybe a few times a week. You don't have to do it excessively. You don't really have to think about it. You just can set a timer or set an amount of time in which you feel that you're getting that pain, in which you know that it is growing or helping your jaw. It shouldn't feel natural unless you are experienced or you are doing this, have done this before, and having a correct body posture can have a little it can help you a little bit. And mewing is more newer to me. I haven't mewed for I never really knew about mewing before I tried to develop, and it's something that we can all grow our jaws together and try and compare each other. Some people start off at different stages, but you can always, as long as you're eating healthy, you're training, and you're doing some mewing, then you've always got the chance of having a impressive, healthy jaw or jawline. I want to talk about how to chew in terms of when you eat, so chewing correctly. This is something that I've been focusing more on recently, the way I use my tongue and the way I use my teeth instead of jaws. Not jaws, I mean cheeks. When eating, when chewing. So what I want you guys to do is just chew like you normally would when you normally eat. However way it would be, like just mindlessly chew, and then after that have something else and chew by avoiding your cheeks and using your teeth and tongue to crush the food. So basically using your tongue to move your food around in the way of your teeth, so that you can make so that your food can get to the point of paste, which you should then swallow. A lot of people don't realize that you should um, break your food down to a paste before swallowing it. You shouldn't be swallowing food with little bits. You should be chewing constantly to try and dissolve the food before swallowing it. After doing this, your tongue should be aching. You should feel a pain in your tongue, which is a good sign. It means your muscle is growing, because like I said, it's a muscle, so it's something that you can grow and develop and train. So yeah, hopefully you guys try that out. It's quite fun focusing on your food, because you can enjoy your food more in the way you eat. Right, breathing. Breathing can help, obviously, many things. I mean, nose breathing, in my opinion, and from watching various health videos, nose breathing is the way to go, and it's the way to help various aspects of your life in terms of sleep and your jaw and many other things. But obviously, when you are maybe in intense training, then I wouldn't worry about having to breathe with your nose. Just when you are in moments where you are not under as much scrutiny, then just try and use your nose to breathe, because it aids your jaw. And mouth breathing delays the process in which you are doing with your jaw. It can damage your jaw, or not damage, but it doesn't help your jaw, and it isn't brilliant using your mouth to breathe, because you can bring in particles and things that you should be doing whilst nose breathing. And like I said, breathing correctly by mostly using your nose is so important for a various amount of things. So minimize mouth breathing. I'll hopefully do a video in the future talking about mindfulness and meditation and breathing exercises that you can try out. I know there's a lot of videos out there explaining, and there's loads of meditation videos, but I'll probably do one anyway, just to say my part and what I think about meditation, and and what a good meditation I have been doing can be, because I've been meditating for a long time, and I think meditation is probably one of the most effective and useful things that you can implement into your life, as well as all these other things. This not as much for health benefits, but they are all important if you want to make yourself appealing and attractive to a certain amount of people. But yeah, this is the last thing I'll talk about. Just chewing gum. A lot of people are probably using just ordinary, cheap Poundland or whatever you want to use chewing gum, which is just filled with sucralose and other chemicals that aren't obviously healthy or very good to be doing. I mean, I know what's the the artificial sweetener begins with A. It'll come to me in a minute, but I know that one isn't as bad as sucralose and the other few. But just avoid sucralose. I know it's probably one of the worst sweeteners. So gums that you can use to help your jaw can be mastic gum, Greco or Apollo gums are all good. I think I'll link a website to some of these gums. I don't know about Amazon or any other mainstream websites, but I'll try and put a link in the description for you guys that you can use to see for yourselves and whether you want to get some or not. I know I used to just use gum that was just I used to just use organic gum. I mean, you might as well use mastic gum because it's brilliant for, like I said there, it can be useful by helping your tongue chew by the way it is, and you can focus it on the way you chew with your the way you can use your tongue and teeth to chew the gum, and avoid using your cheeks. Like I said before, I mean, it's a long process, but if you start today and do it a few times a week and just have a little part in your day that you focus on breathing, chewing, and various things, it can help. It can help for the long run. Like I said in the last video, hard work today makes it easier in the future, and easy work today makes it harder in the future. There's various amount of sayings that talk about that and say that fact, because it's very true. Pleasure follows pain, and I always use that analogy. Once you experience pain, you always experience pleasure after. So yeah, that was just a short video on ways in which you can improve your jawline, and something that you can think about, that you can implement. But I recommend you guys do it because it's something that's easy and you can just do. Even if it's the way you swallow, use your tongue, and the way you chew your food, then that's awesome and you're on the right path. Because if you're taking action, then you're ahead of the rest. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoy the content I am uploading 3 times a week, I'm aiming for. Have a good rest of your day. Peace out. What do you boys think of my jaw? I've always been conscious about speaking because I've always had a jaw that was like weak, and it was all down to the way I used to eat. I used to eat just mindlessly. I used to swallow not well, imperfect, not properly. So yeah, it doesn't take long. Like my jaw isn't perfect, but I'm pretty proud of it. So it doesn't take long.